Well, welcome back to North of Dixie. If you're new here, we moved from the South Florida suburbs to an abandoned and vandalized house in the northern Mississippi countryside. Join us while we DIY this crazy fixer-upper on a budget. And today, we're going to talk about my nasty countertops. After we moved in and we cleaned off the layers and layers of dirt of this house, we realized these countertops are pretty gross. Not only gross, they had a weird texture on it, and they had it was all like really ugly and just worn down to the second layer of this countertop. I don't know what they were thinking about this, but anyways, they were not good quality countertops for sure. So we decided to go ahead and use the Rust-OLEUM Countertop paint in gray. And after about 10 months, this is what the countertops look like. It did not work out. It was completely chipped and it was just gross. It was hard to keep up with it. So we decided to look into the Rust-OLEUM Epoxy paint for appliances, and I heard that this is pretty good for surfaces and for countertops. We've looked at many YouTube videos and decided to just go ahead with it. So here is our first coat. Of course, you must use gloves. Take it from me, this stuff is really hard to get off your hands. Make sure you use some disposable gloves, a disposable roller, and a disposable paintbrush. Yeah, there is no turning back with this paintbrush and roller, because this is like, I don't know, this paint must have some oil. I mean, it's epoxy, so it is made to harden like to a hard surface. So that's what's going to happen to your brush and your roller. So make sure you do that, and also your hands. So we decided to use paint the backsplash as well, because it had like a whole bunch of different colors. It had red and gray and white, and just so it could look a little consistent, we decided to paint that as well, because it is not in good condition at all. But we are waiting to get our new countertops in order to put the tile up there along with the countertop. So we are going to be waiting on that, but meanwhile we decided to give it a nice coat of fresh white paint, which I had left over, and I had some of this countertop paint that I wanted to use. So we did the first coat on there, and this is me a couple of days later doing the second coat. I really suggest you waiting a couple of days. I mean, you can use it after like 4 or 5 hours, but I would wait a couple of days so it can cure really well for this second coat. I think this is what made the biggest difference. Now, like I said, don't save your brush and don't save your roller like you do with latex paints, because we always do that. This didn't work with this because it did harden to a hard shell on the brush. Even if I had it sealed inside of a Ziploc, it didn't work out for me. So, and this time I know better. I'm wearing gloves, because last time it was so hard to get this stuff off my hands. It is truly a good thick paint, and it is very hard to get off your hands. So anyways, here is my second coat. I think it came out really nice, and it was coming on really smoothly. I was really surprised. I really thought that we were gonna have to give it 3 coats, but on my second coat I noticed that it was really looking great, and it's so glossy and shiny, like a true countertop surface. Now, there are some spots that I did notice it needed a 3rd coat, so I did go ahead and do that with a smaller brush. Now, I have to say that I did use a regular, like a 2-inch brush for this project, and I used a roller, like I said. Make sure you use like a foam roller that doesn't leave any little particles stuck onto the countertop. You don't want that look at all. And for the rest of the time, after I finished everything, I used a 3/4 inch brush, which worked perfectly for those areas where the countertop kind of goes up onto the wall, and also the edge of the countertop. That really helped out quite a lot. I didn't think we had one, but I looked into the kids, little paint project kit thing that they had, and I actually found the perfect fit. So just so you know, when you start this project, have yourself some gloves and a 2-inch brush that you can just toss after you're done, and also a 3/4-inch brush, and of course the roller and the paint, obviously. So anyways, this is the second coat, and this is still curing in this video here. But after the second coat, we waited 24 hours. So we waited, it was kind of like 5 o'clock when I finished. So we waited until the next day at 6 o'clock in order to use the countertops, but we did not place anything on the countertops. So I had my little coffee station somewhere else in the house. We had a little toaster and all that somewhere else in the house. And everyone was told, do not touch the countertops until it is well over 24 hours. So we did do that. I believe we didn't put anything on the countertops for like 48 hours. But we did, like, if we had to put like a quick cup on there quickly, not set anything on the countertops for too long, because that may make it stick to the cup or whatever you put on there. But if we did have to set anything on there, like something I baking or anything, I would put it on the stove. So that's what we did in our house. And then after it was all cured, we decided to decorate it really cute, and this is how it looks now. Well, I hope you really enjoyed this, and the transformation is incredible to us. I mean, we really like it, and we hope you come back. Subscribe, like, and please share. Thank you. Bye-bye.